Hello Gemini, thank you for joining me. This is your January 2018 astrology forecast. This is for Gemini Rising, Gemini Sun and Gemini Moon. Happy New Year! What an amazing month we are stepping straight into. So cool, so much energy, so lunar. Right, so it starts out with a full moon in your second house. Now, depending on where you live, this happens on either the 1st or the 2nd of January. But either way, it's right at the beginning of January. And so your second house is about, it's about resources. It's about, and resources don't just include physical resources like your money and possessions, it's also about your energy, your health, your time. And it also rules self-worth as well. So this full moon here in Cancer, it could be asking you, how good do you feel about yourself? Do you place more importance on the things that you have and on the things that you possess than you do on who you actually are as a person? Questions like this could come to light. They could be quite revealing. You might have some things happen that kind of showed you, oh, actually, you know what, maybe I do place too much emphasis on the things outside of myself and not enough on my own self-worth, my own self-value. Issues of, or topics like abundance can come up as well. How abundant do I feel? Do I have a lack consciousness? Do I believe that there will always be enough? Do I believe that I will always be provided for? So this is very much about, this full moon asks every single one of us to take care of ourselves, to really nurture ourselves. And it was a bit of an ironic thing coming off the back of a new year, because New Year's Eve everyone tends to go out, don't they? They tend to go out, they tend to have fun. They tend to be the least nurturing they could be. It's probably one of the least self-nurturing times of year. People go out to party. They have too much fun. But there's nothing wrong with that. But right off the back of that, then we get this full moon saying, hang on a minute, are you looking after yourself? Do you value yourself? Do you feel good about yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? This full moon in Cancer is the moon is at home in Cancer. It's what she rules, She's the mother. So it's asking us to mother ourselves and to do, even if it means doing something that steps away from the beaten track. It's saying to us, love yourself, look after yourself, be kinder to yourself, be gentler with yourself. So how I translate this for you is more of a self-worth thing. Be kinder to yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't be hard on yourself. Be nicer to yourself. Develop a positive relationship with yourself as much as you can. What is needed in the world is not less love, it's more love. So that's what this full moon really says to me. And for you, it speaks to issues of finances, of abundance, of resources, and also issues of self-worth and self-esteem and how one feels about oneself. Okay, so we've got this energy that we're entering the year with, which I think personally is lovely energy, because to start a year with the message, you need to love yourself more, we should all love ourselves more, I think is a beautiful message to start with. It's very gentle, but at the same time it was very powerful, and some sensitive feelings may well have come up. I know you said sensitive peelings, weird. Anyway, so we have a lot of activity going on in your 8th house, but I'll talk about that more in a moment. On the 7th, we've got Mars in Scorpio, and that's been bringing the action to, service. It's been bringing the action to health, animals, small pets, that kind of thing. Small pets, sorry, that kind of thing, routines, day-to-day work. So maybe you've been putting a lot of energy into helping people out, working with other people, into service, into projects, into the daily routine, the daily grind of things, into work and all of that. And you've got Jupiter making a conjunction with Mars on the 7th. And this, for me, I like this energy because it's almost like quite kind of, I see it as it's kind of like not breakthrough energy like Uranus is breakthrough energy, but it's almost like something kind of goes woof like this, because Jupiter expands and Mars is this kind of force of energy and drive and determination and ambition, and Jupiter is, beneficial and it expands. So there could be some project that kind of, some project that has some sort of a breakthrough. Or it could be that, there is maybe you're maybe if you have animals at home, maybe you suddenly acquire more. Maybe there's some sort of project which just kind of ends up going really well. You're working with people and maybe you have some sort of breakthrough, you know. But there's really positive energy here, which I like, which is quite powerful, and I see as being growth orientated. So it could be to do with health. It could be a health breakthrough as well. But you know, Jupiter is about higher knowledge, higher learning, it's about wisdom, it's about expansion, it's about freedom, and it's positive, it's the greater benefic. So there's something lucky and fortunate going on here in that 6th house, which has some power and drive and energy behind it. It's hard for me to say exactly what it is because it could play out in so many ways, you know, and you've got Scorpio there ruling your 6th house, so it could be something that comes from an unforeseen circumstance, but could play out quite beneficially. Okay, so then we've got Mercury, which has been in your 7th house of one-to-one relationships. You know, your 7th house is ruled by Sagittarius. You've been thinking a lot about how you relate to people, how you communicate with people. You've been wanting to have nice relations with people, and you know, and it's probably been on your mind, you know, maybe relationships, how you relate, maybe your partner, that kind of thing. And then Mercury moves into Capricorn, into that 8th house. And for you, you know, Capricorn ruling your 8th house, I always find that a really interesting placement because Capricorn is very fastidious and quite stern, and it's about, you know, it's about, well, it tends to restrict, but it's also what gives us foundation and gives us structure. And so you approach 8th house matters with a certain maturity, sometimes with a certain hesitance, but with certain maturity, and you allow, because the 8th house is all about transformation. It's originally ruled by Scorpio and by Pluto. So, you know, it's about transformation. You approach transformation in quite a mature way, and you know that allowing yourself to transform is a way of allowing yourself to evolve, and grow and to be able to grow to meet the challenges that you might face in the future. So Mercury moves into this part of your sky, and this part of your chart, and you know, your thoughts turn to deeper matters. They turn to, it could be that they turn to finances, to joint finances. It could be that you get asked to manage someone else's property or finances and to look after that. If not, then, you know, the mind turns to slightly deeper matters. You're feeling more intuitive now at this time of year. You're picking up on the subtle cues and nuances of things, and you're wanting to connect more. You're wanting to, in conversation, you're wanting to talk about things that mean something, but a little bit deeper. It's not just about the kind of the kind of Libran kind of, you know, charming, superficial quality of conversation anymore. Now it's a case of, I want to go deep, I want to talk about serious matters, I want to talk about things that mean something. I want to consider, maybe you're considering your own mortality, maybe you're considering, you know, things that are more occult-like and more taboo, and you're kind of being quite fearless in terms of where you're going with your mind. It takes a bit more of a serious tone, but it's not in a depressive sense. It's just a sense of, I'm digging deep and I'm comfortable doing so. On the 16th, we have Jupiter sextile Pluto in Capricorn. So Jupiter's in that 6th house of yours, and it's sextile Pluto in the 8th house. And to me, this is a nice supportive aspect. So, you know, it feels to me as if there's some sort of way in which you could benefit. Maybe somebody is of service to you in such a way that it transforms the way you view certain aspects of yourself. Maybe somebody is inadvertently turns out to be a bit of a guide or teacher or guru, you know, and maybe drops some wisdom on you, and it affects that Pluto in your 8th house, and it kind of makes you go, oh, wow. I don't know if they even realised what they said, but that's actually kind of enlightened me in some way, and I never saw that. This is a nice transformational energy, and you're actually going through quite a period of transformation, because you've got, it's that transformative time of year, really, because you've got the Sun there in your 8th house, you've got Venus there in your 8th house, Mercury moves into your 8th house, like I said, You know, we're going to have the new moon in your 8th house as well on the 17th. You know, so there's a lot of energy going on behind the scenes on this deeper level, on the like a psychological level, and you're going deep. You're going deep in order to understand and maybe integrate some of the things that have happened over the past 6 months, over the past year perhaps, mulling over them, integrating them. And it's not necessarily depressive, but you'll come out of it with a better understanding of who you are, a better understanding of what makes you tick or why certain things happened. You know, if you have been thinking about partnership a lot, you know, this might kind of play into that. So this sextile between Pluto and Jupiter speaks to me about teaching. You know, Jupiter is very much a teacher, you know, a very wise planet, and I feel like there's some wisdom that might be imparted here that could help you in this slightly transformational place that you're in right now, which is quite deep, you know, but you come at it from a very mature place, because, you know, your 8th house is ruled by Capricorn, so you are quite, I want to say, pragmatic about how you go about it. I don't know if that's what I mean, but I think it is. I'm sure you'll correct me if not. Like I said, there's this new moon on the 17th in your 8th house, and that brings fresh energy there. So maybe something's been put in its rightful place. You've mulled over, because sometimes we have to do this. We have to think about our past. We have to think about our psychology. We have to think about the things that drive us, the reactions we have, why we have them. And then suddenly we get a bit of an epiphany and an insight. We go, I get it. So it could be that this new moon is about that. New moons are great for setting intentions. So, I mean, let me not forget as well, the 8th house is also about finances. So, you know, it could be that you're concentrating a lot on sorting out your finances and restructuring your finances, and you're putting together plans, financial plans that are going to serve you for a long time. You know, how can I, especially because Saturn's literally just come into Capricorn in December. So this could see you really restructuring your finances, thinking about the long term, and really getting to grips with it, putting a lot of energy into that, and really building something for your future. So that's another possibility. And the new moon adds fresh energy, it adds new energy to this. So if there's some area, whether it's been financially, psychologically, whatever, or to do with shared resources with the partner, where you feel like you were stuck or trapped, didn't know how to see past it, there's nice fresh energy here with the sextile on the 16th and the new moon on the 17th that could just bring to light new information, that could just, you know, or ignite some sort of new idea that would be beneficial. On the 20th then, the sun moves out of your 8th house into your 9th house. So now we kind of come out of this quite, you know, you've been a little bit serious perhaps. And we come out of that mode and we go into the 9th house, which is all about, you know, ruled by Saggy originally, ruled by Jupiter originally. We come into this place of expansion and travel and wanting to be out there in the world. Now, Aquarius rules your 9th house, and Aquarius is all about networking. It's about different people and humanitarianism. So you're wanting to get out there, you're feeling, after this period of kind of reflection and going deep and analysing things and sorting through things, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever, after this period, you're now like, okay, I'm done with that now, I'm good. Now, what's out there in the world? Let me get back out there and explore again. And this is making you very amiable. This is making you, you know, come across really well to groups of people. You know, so it's really lovely energy. 2 days before that, Venus enters the 9th house. So, you know, this speaks to me. If you're looking for love, this could see you finding love very much with people who are very different to you, maybe foreign, or just people who you've never really considered before, but you're going to be attracting and wanting to be around a lot of people, and people who are different. You're going to be attracted to the exotic. And, you know, Mercury going into Aquarius on the 31st, into that 9th house of yours, You're going to be communicating with a lot of different people. There's going to be a certain verve that comes back to you towards the end of the month, where you'll be feeling a little bit lighter. You're going to be feeling a little bit more flirtatious, more friendly, more, I mean, you are a Gemini anyway, you're so sociable and you're great with people, but it's going to feel a bit like you come back to yourself because, you know, Aquarius is an air sign, as are you, so you're comfortable with this energy. And so you're out there, you're being talkative again, you're being attracted to different exotic things, different cultures, different ways of looking at things. You're wanting to expand. So it's a really lovely energy. And this is also followed by a full moon in Leo, which is a total lunar eclipse, and this is in your 3rd house. So this could be just a really lovely experience, because the 3rd house is opposite your 9th house, you know. So this speaks to me about communication with people, maybe having a really fulfilling experience with a group of people who you just met, that just, it's almost like, oh, I found my tribe. Something like that, you know, something really cool like that. This could be a shift in your way of seeing things, and in a way, and that affects you on an emotional level too. You know, Leo is about self-expression, it's about the heart, it's about creativity, it's about joy, it's about fun, it's about being the actor and the, you know, which is probably why I'm doing all of this. That's what it's about. And so eclipses, you know, eclipse energy does tend to eclipse something out of your life. But in this case, for you, Gemini, I feel like it's going to be eclipsing something that was maybe heavy out of your life. It's going to leave you feeling a lot lighter. I don't feel like this is an eclipse that's going to bring a lot of drama and that's going to bring a lot of, you know, sudden happenings that are just going to shake your world. I feel like this is an eclipse which actually helps you to drop a heavy load and opens you up a lot more emotionally. And I think this eclipse is going to have you feeling good, and you're going to feel like you can express yourself, and you're going to be really interested in people, and people are going to be interested in you. And I feel like it's going to be quite, I feel like it's going to feel quite heartwarming and quite fulfilling on a heart level. So I really like it for you. So yeah, what an amazing first month to go into. 2 full moons in 1 month. I mean, that full moon in Leo is a blue moon, once in a blue moon, you know, it's kind of cool. We've got a lot of watery energy, and, you know, some air signs aren't so comfortable dealing with that, but I feel like we're being guided very gently, and it's just a lovely, lovely energy to come in with, because I think it really speaks of divine feminine and getting in touch with our emotions, whilst also at the same time staying true to our own individual life paths and following what's right for us and being out there in the world, but yet bringing our true selves forward. So thank you so much for watching. Please do join me in February, and please do find me on Facebook. I've just started up a Facebook page, Astro Anushka. I'm going to be putting more content on there, so find me. I'm also on Instagram at AnushkaKKK. You'll see me wearing a do-rag on my head wrap. I don't know if I should call them do-rags. But yeah, follow me. Thank you so much for your subscribes, your comments, your interactions. I love you guys. Alright, until next time, bye bye.